everybody! Welcome back to Hopeful Happenings. So you've polished your manuscript until it shines. Now you're ready for an agent. Today we're talking about just how to get there. Okay, I am so excited to talk to you about this because this is something that I feel a lot of writers ask me these questions, and I just thought I should make a video about it. The first thing that you need to do in submitting to an agent is you need to find an agent. And probably finding the agent is the most challenging part, not because agents are hard to find, but because every agent has a different agenda, different personality, different genres of books that they want to represent, and so you need to find one that is best suited for your book. I won't go into detail about where to find agents because I've already made 2 videos about that, so please check out those videos if you're looking to find an agent and don't know where to start. I'll put the link to those videos down below. Okay, let's say you found an agent who represents all the things that you like and they're open to submissions right now. How you would check that they're open to submissions is they should say that on their website, and if they don't say it on their website, then you can always go to their Twitter, because most agents and editors have Twitter accounts as well, and they will probably say on there any latest updates on what they're representing. The next thing that you want to do is you want to look very, very carefully on the website and the individual agent's requirements for submission. Every agency should have their requirements for submission out in the open on their website and probably on their social media. The most common thing that I've seen for submissions is agents will request to have a query letter. I have come across a few agencies that did query letters in a kind of like submission format that was pre-embedded into their website. And so if you were to not read the instructions and send them a query letter, that would be a big mistake because they said, we want you to do the submission form instead. But most agencies, I think, don't do submission forms and they do the query letter instead through an email. But either way, you want to pre-make a query letter that has all of your main pitch ideas, the main pitch of your novel, which really shouldn't change from agency to agency, and then the other parts to your query letter, which I also talk about in another video, which I'll link down below. All of that is going to depend, like your personal connections to the agents and stuff, that's going to depend on what agency you submit to. The second thing that you'll need, pretty much like 98% of the time, is you're going to need some sort of sample of your work. There's a couple agencies that only want a query letter, and if they like the query, then they'll request some, like the first chapter or whatever. But most people just ask you to send that with the query letter. So I would say the main amount of pages that they require is about first to third chapter length. But since every agency is different, you have to be very careful that you're doing exactly what they say. Most of the time, the agents don't want you to send the query letter in attachment. They want you to send it in the body of the email as well as the sample of your work. And that's because of, like spam or viruses. They don't want to open files. If you send them a file and they've asked you not to, they won't even open your email. Another thing that they might request, but I didn't actually see this that often, but they may request a synopsis. Once again, pay attention if they say 1-page synopsis, 2-page synopsis, or they don't give any requirements at all. Make sure that you know what they've asked for. Emails often change things, like they'll change the font, they might change the spacing. And so I would always go back in and make sure that it was all like Times New Roman, black, and like double spaced and everything like it was in my Word document. I made sure that it looked like that in my email as well. All right, so you've got everything in your email. Double check spelling, double check the spelling of the agent's name, double check everything, spacing, font, make sure there's no typos, and then push send. Let the chips fall where they may. You're probably gonna wanna refresh your email all the time, but just try not to, because it just makes the wait so much longer. But you can follow up with them after the appropriate time and just, double check that it didn't get lost in their junk folder or whatever, and you would do that in a very courteous, professional way as well. Good luck, you've got this, and I know you're gonna do great. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.